everyone, it's Lisa from Sweet As Co, and boy do I have a treat for you today. Today I'm going to be running through the cookie cake. This is one of my favourite cakes to make. It's the brainchild of an Israeli girl called Addie. You can follow her on Instagram, and people are making them all different types of ways with sponge cake or cookie, and they're adorning them with all their favourite chocolates, flowers, and even incorporating your kids' favourite cartoon characters into them. Now there's three main elements to making the cookie cake, which I'm going to go through with you today. So first of all, we need to make the cookie. Now what we need is 200 grams of soft butter. Now the way we can tell whether it's the right consistency is when you put your finger into it, it should just depress just a little bit so that we don't want it too soft or too hard. Then we're going to add 300 grams of sifted flour. Now if you are allergic to gluten, you can replace this with gluten-free flour. Then we're going to add in some almond flour. I sometimes use coconut flour as well, which gives it a really beautiful coconut flavour. And then we're going to put in 75 grams of icing sugar, which we put in there like that. We're going to need a pinch of salt and half a teaspoon, which is 2.5 mils of vanilla extract. Add like this. Now we can either get our hands messy and do it with our hands, or today I'm going to do it with the KitchenAid with the dough attachment. So we'll bring it over here. And I almost forgot, we need to add an egg. So we need to pop in an egg. Now make sure that we have it at room temperature. So you can bring it out of the fridge maybe about half an hour to an hour before. Now I've just put an extra egg there because sometimes it can be a little bit too dry, so sometimes you might need to add a little bit of moisture. So now that we've mixed it together for about 2 minutes, that's just come together beautifully. Now what we'll need to do is just get some Glad wrap, and we're going to wrap our cookie dough in there like that and just rest it into the fridge for about half an hour to an hour. So I'm now going to put my 4 and my O into the oven. There, like that. You can put in 2 at a time on each rack, just like that. I'm going to set our timer for 10 minutes. Sometimes it might need about 12 minutes, but it's always a good idea to have a look at 10 minutes to see how it's going, and then put it on for another 2 minutes. And then I'll keep doing the other 2 letters. Okay, there's the alarm. Oh, they are beautiful. Look at them. All right, we're going to need our little glove. There's our 4. So these ones just needed about 13, 14 minutes. And then we'll put our next ones in. We need 2 letters for each one. Then we'll set our timer again. I might do 12 minutes this time. Oh wow, look at them, they look perfect. And see what I was saying before about not letting them get too dark? If they're just like a really nice little golden colour, they tend to look much better in presentation when you put all your cream and toppings on later. So we definitely don't want to burn them. So that's just the perfect brownness there right now. So now we're going to make our mascarpone cream filling that we're going to pipe onto the biscuit. A lot of people do use buttercream as well. There's all different types of filling you use, but I prefer this one because it's really nice and sweet and it tastes like a really yummy dessert. So first of all, we're going to need equal parts cream and mascarpone cream. So we'll add 250 mils of cream into our bowl like this. And then we'll put in our 250 grams of our mascarpone cream. Use a spatula to get it all out so you get all of it out. And then we're going to pop it into our KitchenAid. And we're going to mix it on high for about 2 to 3 minutes. So to this mix, we're going to add half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then we're going to add 150 grams of icing sugar. And then we're going to mix that in again for about a minute. And we just need to make sure that our cream's nice and stiff so that it will pipe really nicely onto our cookie. Okay, so now we're ready to put our cream into our piping bag. So we're going to use a large round piping tip, and I'm going to get my Glad wrap out again, put it down onto the bench, and I'm just going to use my spatula to put some of the mascarpone cream mix onto the Glad wrap, because we all know that I don't like mess. All right, then we're just going to roll it, getting out the air bubbles, tie it off at the end, and just pop it straight into the piping bag like this. Now, as I mentioned before, we need to get a large cake board. This one's about 14 inches. And I highly recommend that you invest in a large cake spatula like this Wilton one that I have here. These are available on Amazon or eBay. Now, because with our cookie, we need to, when it comes out of the oven, we cannot touch it, and we need to make sure that it cools completely. And you need a large spatula so the cookie doesn't break, and that can be very stressful if that happens. Trust me, it's happened quite a few times. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little blob of our mascarpone cream down onto the board. All right, so we're going to use our spatula to pick up our number 4, and it's completely cooled. We'll just sit it on top. As you can see, there was a little crack there, but that's okay. You can just press it down like that and you'll pipe the cream over the top and you won't notice. But see how you need to be very careful with these. All right. And then we're going to place our 0 down there like that. Perfect. I'll just move that over just slightly so it fits on the board properly. All right, now we're going to pipe our cream onto our cookie. To large circles like this. All right, now we're going to put our next letter on top using our Wilton cake spatula. We're just going to gently pop it on top there like that. Woohoo! All right, might need to just adjust it slightly so it's on there. Give it a little slight push like that. I swear if you buy one of these, it will change your life. You could use like a large pizza spatula, for example, or if you do have a really nice large flat spatula, You need to have as much of the cookie covered with the spatula as possible so that it avoids breaking it. All right, and then we're just going to put these ones on top. Okay, so now here's the fun part. We're going to decorate our beautiful cake that's ready to go. So I've got some lovely fresh red roses, and all you need to do is just put a little bit of cling wrap on the base of them where you've cut them off right at the end, and just pop them on the cake evenly. And this is what you just need to let your creative flair come in and just pop them on the cake around evenly like so. Put a little one here too. I know that Summer loves red roses. I'll just put this one here. Actually. And then we're going to also add some beautiful fresh strawberries, and I'm just cutting them in half. I'll put them face side up. So we'll just put these in there like that. So I just finished off by dusting a little bit of glitter on top, and I've also added some gold leaf, and it's come up really beautiful. I think my friend's going to be really happy. So thank you so much for listening. I hope that you got some tips and tricks that you can try at home. I really look forward to seeing your creations if you could hashtag SweetAsCo. So thanks for hanging out with me.